welcome to Marissa's Kitchen. Today I'm going to talk about super simple kombucha. Guys, I am a drive-through Sue through and through, but I really want to be a purist. I'm a drive-through Sue that wants to be a purist. And so I like the idea of all the things that can make you healthier, and I never dreamed that I would be making kombucha. It's until I saw how exactly easy this is. So I'm going to give a tutorial here in a second, but I would like to give a shout out and a thank you to Claire. Oh, you might hear my baby in the background. To Claire at Cookie Crumb Fun and Katie the Ironheart Mama for hosting this collab and bringing these women together to bring you some encouragement. If you're new to my channel, I have videos about tips and tricks, meal ideas, and just a handful of my own recipes. I'm not like a blogger with a ton of recipes, but I do have a few of my own, some energy bites and some Thai chicken wraps, and also some easy enchiladas. So I have a few others beyond that, but be sure and check out my channel for other videos. If you are new here, I just am so glad you're joining me today. I filmed this sometime in the last month or so, and so it was more winter time. I'm dressed a little bit like colder weather because we're here in Alaska. So let's get started. Today I'm going to show you how to make homemade kombucha. I learned this from my dear friend Allison, and I never would have dreamed, honestly, that I would be making kombucha. I heard about kombucha years ago from a good friend of mine, Heather, and I remember her showing me in her pantry this thing growing in her pantry. I remember being a little alarmed by it, but being very intrigued. And it wasn't for years later that I got to learn how to make it and learned how simple it is. So I'm going to show you guys. If you've been following my channel, you know that I am a drive-through Sue at heart. I like things that are quick and easy, and this also is incredibly money saving. So if you like kombucha, this is a great way to save a lot of money. I am not fancy with my kombucha. I don't actually add like anything to it. I just make the original flavor. My husband and I have enjoyed drinking the GT's brand, and I'm using the bottles for mine. So this kombucha is just 3 simple ingredients. You just need black tea. I wasn't familiar. I'm not a tea drinker, and so when I saw this at Allison's house, I didn't catch that this is like Lipton black tea. Like, this is the off-brand of Lipton. So I got this at my Fred Meyer, which would be Kroger, maybe where you live, if you have that store there. You just need a cup of sugar, and I will talk about how this still fits with THM, even with the sugar, and water. That is it, guys. So you need 4 tea bags, so I took 4 tea bags and I tied them together. And I guess starting out, you need another ingredient. You need a glass jar. And I actually found that having 2 glass jars made it much easier for making it, because then I could be brewing and getting the water ready while the other one is still in there. I'm gonna go ahead and dump in to my jar a cup of sugar. And then I already boiled water in my electric kettle, and I'm gonna double this. So this is 1.7 liters, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a second one of these. But before I even put the tea, I'm gonna just dissolve the sugar. This is just the instructions I learned didn't say to do that, but I found this to be a little bit easier than trying to mix with the tea bags in there. And then this is what I use to pour and leave the tea bags in there. And then I pour over the tea bags. Well, those are not staying up this time. I don't usually have that problem. Okay. And then I'm gonna boil another thing of water and fill it up. You wanna leave about a couple inches from the rim, like 1.5 inches where there's no liquid. So this is all you need to do, and you need to let this come to room temperature. Now, I have read that you can just steep the tea bags for a few minutes and then remove them. I've heard you can leave them longer, so I just leave them until this is cooled down. So some people make it the night before and leave it, and then take out the tea bags next morning. I don't know if that's completely correct, but that's how I do it. So that's all the ingredients that you need. And then as you can see, I've got my empty kombucha bottles that I have saved from buying kombucha over the months. So that is all. And then I'm not gonna show you this next step because this has to cool down, so I can't transfer my SCOBY. But this is the finished product here, and it's all covered up. And there you can see my little SCOBY in there. So, and I'm gonna bottle that later when I transfer my SCOBY over. All right, it's the next day, and my tea sugar mixture has cooled down, and I'm gonna just show you real quick transferring the SCOBY as well as filling the bottles. So here you get to see what my SCOBY looks like. It's kind of scary looking if you're not familiar with them. And you want to put 1 to 2 cups of the liquid from in here into the new batch. That's going to balance the pH. And so I have like a 3/4 cup measure here. I don't know why that's my preferred cup to use. Maybe the 1 cup seemed a little big to use with my funnel. So I'm just going to put that in there a few times. And it's not like you have to, I've heard that you can do a cup. I've heard you can do 2. So if you do a little less or more, that's not a big deal. And then I kind of push down my SCOBY to try to get it so it's on its side. And then transfer it to the new one. So this one, you can grab a clean towel if you want. I always wipe off the edges. Sometimes I don't worry about a clean towel because it's just going back in my garage anyway. It's not touching the liquid at all. And there you go. That one's all ready to go. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you will subscribe if you haven't. That would just like totally make my day. I hope that you might try kombucha if you've never tried it before. And I just wanted Kara to get to say hi. Kara, do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? And there was something else I was gonna say about mommy brain. What was I gonna say, Kara? Do you remember what I was gonna say? Oh, yeah, watch all the videos in the playlist. I hope that you'll find some encouragement. And I just wanted to share one last thing. I recently did a Bible study on YouVersion. It's a Bible app, and you can download for free. And they have a ton of devotionals on there. And so my sisters and I just did a devotional called Putting an X Through Anxiety. So if you have been dealing with some anxiety during this season of, all the unknowns, and even though things are loosening up, there continues to be a lot of unknowns. I was greatly encouraged by this devotional. So I will put a picture, a screenshot of that devotional so you can find it. And, the verse that comes to mind is, cast all your cares on him because he cares for you. And that's a verse that I've time and time gone back to remember who is taking care of me in every season of life. And I hope that you know that you are cared for. And thanks so much again for tuning in, and I will see you next time.